Look at her. Those are two different energies. Lord, child. Hold on, let's see if we can get that up there. That might not work. Oh, there we go. Hey y'all, come on in the building. We're just giving everybody time to join tonight's live, y'all. I'll start in a couple of minutes. Just waiting on everyone else to get the notification. We're gonna see what's going on. All right, what it is that you need to know most at this time, y'all. All right, as you come in, make sure you give video a thumbs up. I want to wait a few more minutes. We're going to wait. I joined a little early, so give everybody a couple minutes to join it. We're going to get into this evening message. All right, it has a lot to do with the divine feminine and telepathy, right, between you and your person. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. All right, so we're going to wait a few minutes, give people time to go ahead and join on up in here, and we're going to get into the message. Hey, Dominique. I'm doing wonderful, child. I'm doing wonderful, girl. I've been getting a lot of downloads lately, a lot of new information, and I really hope it's gonna help y'all. I promise it is. It's gonna help you get right on in the union, child. Get that union going, y'all, and get us into just a better frequency, a better energy, not having to just more understanding of what's taking place within your divine union, you and your person and all of that. All right, so as you guys join, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. All right, we got 17 people on. All right, so we're gonna get ready to get going. All right, if I got 17 people, then I should have 17 thumbs up. What is going on? All right, y'all, let's get into the energy. All right, so if you guys follow my other channel, Queen of Queens Light Workers, I actually just posted a channel message over there, y'all. I think about 5 o'clock. I got a download, right? So that one actually is no cards. It's a blackout reading. All right, and it had a lot to do with telepathy, y'all. See, indecision is at the bottom of the deck. When you are on this twin flame journey, y'all, when you're on the twin flame journey, right, divine union, whatever it is you want to call it, right, however you resonate, there are times when you absolutely have to make a decision, and it's not usually the decisions that you think. See, you have to understand divine feminine. You are the one who controls the frequency because you are the sovereignty of God. So whatever is taking place in your union between you and your person, it starts with you first, right? So whatever karma you have to clear, whatever lessons you have to learn, your person has to go through the same thing, but it's after the fact, right? So they learn the lessons different. So when we get into the energy tonight, y'all, we're going to talk about what it is, right? Telepathically, right, that you're hearing from your person, but why you should not respond, y'all. You don't respond to telepathy. See, what we have to understand along this journey, y'all, is that your person thinking man is at the bottom of the deck. When they get like that, but then they have their own insecurities, right? Because man holding a coin is in the reverse. What they will do, y'all, is begin to send you messages telepathically. Why? Because they thinking, y'all. This is the thinking man, right? So when your person begins to send you energy, right? They're thinking about you, y'all are in separation or y'all just not on good terms, whatever it is, it's still energy, right? You have to understand energy between you and your person is real. So when you pick up on, right, the telepathic messages, whether it's through songs, right? Whether it's through something you're watching on TV, it can be a person with a name, whatever the message is, that's their higher self. But what we have to realize, y'all, is the duality, right? We have our higher self, which is your 5D, and then you have your 3D. That's who you walk around as every day. Well, the lesson for the divine feminine is to understand who you are attached to. See, right here, we got the man thinking man, but a man holding a coin. I feel like this is the same energy, but this is a divine masculine who is heavily in their mind and thoughts, which means they are communicating a lot telepathically, but there is still something holding them back, which is finances, looks like, y'all. Man holding a coin. Now, we're going to get into the tarot and we're going to clarify that. But right now, what do you need? Don't play man holding a heart. Stop. See? That's what I'm talking about, y'all. See, when you begin to cut off the telepathic communication, it makes them drop into their heart space. Why? Because love, y'all, God is in the heart. You got to understand, God is in the heart. So when you want your soulmate, twin flame, divine union, whatever the hell you want to call it, y'all, it still has to come from the heart space. So if you're dealing with a divine masculine who is still operating out of their 3D logical mind, right? They're still dealing with financial difficulties or issues, right? Man holding a coin in reverse, or this could just be them holding back in the 3D, because this is very 3D energy, right? So if this is someone who's holding back, now you waiting on them to drop into their heart space. Well, let me tell you, in order for this to happen, you have to cut off the telepathy, y'all. See, what you don't understand is there is a 5D union and there's a 3D reality. Most people get stuck on the 5D telepathy, and you're not paying attention to the 3D reality, right? What is the 3D reality? They're not here, y'all. This is someone who's not consistent. They aren't showing up for you. They're very logical, very 3D driven. Awesome. I love that. Thank you for joining from London. Thank you for joining from London. So what I'm saying here, guys, is what we have to understand is all of this is masculine energy, right? So this is a divine masculine who they're thinking, right? They're logical, they're thinking, but there is something that they're still working on. Now, the reason I say cut off telepathy is this, right? Let's say you're really highly spiritual, right? Divine feminine. I talk to queens, right? You're highly spiritual. You understand the telepathic connection between you and your person. But telepathy, y'all, is energy, right? It's their 5D higher conscious self. It does not mean that they're operating that way in the 3D. You teach people how to treat you in the 3D. What does that mean? Don't respond to telepathy if you want a phone call, y'all. It's simple. Don't answer. Don't respond to the text message. See, if you want someone to show up in the 3D and they are breadcrumbing you in the 3D, then you treat them as such. See, let me tell you what it looks like, right? You have this wonderful telepathic connection with your person, but in the 3D, they are not showing up consistent. Now, what are you doing? Birthday come up, right? You planning a whole birthday weekend. You want to make sure his birthday or her birthday is turned up. But why? Why? They aren't showing up for you in the 3D. This person isn't consistent. See, you have to understand the difference between what you feel on a spiritual level and how people are showing up in the 3D. Yeah, that's what God is showing me. You have to understand what's taking place on the 5D, which is the spiritual connection, y'all. But how someone is showing up in the 3D is your reality. And what highly spiritual beings do is start responding to how people are showing up in the 5D. That's potential, right? Come on, second chakra. Your second chakra. See, what happens is, y'all, you feel the energy. Don't play, right? That's sacral energy. You're responding based on their sacral energy, right? That's a 5D connection. But if someone is not showing up in the 3D, then the energy that you're feeling really is confirmation, right, for you that you connected to God, girl, right? Or God, take it how it resonates. When you get these messages from your person telepathically, that's really God showing up to say, hey, you in tune, love. You in tune. 1111, angel numbers, all of that. That is not confirmation coming from your person. That is confirmation coming from God, Mother Gaia, the universe, simply to tell you that you are in alignment. It don't mean they in alignment. So what you have to understand, y'all, is the journey to self is a journey to self. This is your awakening. It is your awakening journey. But it is also a 3D and 5D journey. And you have to be able to separate the two, right? So man holding a heart, when your divine masculine drops into their heart space, that is when love grows and love flows. But if you're dealing with someone who is inconsistent, they're not calling you, they're not operating in their higher self, then you treat them, y'all, as you treat them, the same way they treat you, right? You meet their 3D energy with what they show up in the 3D. So stop responding, y'all, because it is too many divine feminine. You feel the sacral energy, right, coming from your person. Why? Because they manifesting you, y'all. They thinking about you. They doing other things to your pictures. Don't play, right? They doing all of these things in the background, and then the first thing you want to do is send a text message because you feel the energy. So now here you go, telling me, hey, how you doing? And you don't get a response back. Now you mad. And you like, well, damn, I felt all the energy. You did feel the energy, but you have to hold them accountable in the 3D. All right, put accountability in the damn chat, y'all. Accountability, right? You hold people accountable in the 3D for how they're showing up in the 3D. No matter what type of spiritual connection you have with people, you don't respond to them right on that way, right? You respond to them how they treating you. So someone, your person is sending you a lot of sacral energy right now, right? But what you do with that energy when you receive it is create with it, y'all. You got to understand whether that's your purpose. You're a writer. Somebody, you could be a writer, you could be a poet, right? A singer, a dancer, whatever your goals and your purpose in life is, you take that energy that they're sending to you and you create with it. That doesn't mean you start texting people and planning trips and shit. Why? If somebody is breadcrumbing you, but you know you have a telepathic connection with them, you still treat them as how they treat you in the 3D. You get a one-word text message, they get a one-word back. If you don't want no text message, they get no response back. None. If you want a phone call, then don't respond to the text message, y'all. It's simple. You teach people how to treat you, all right? So there's a lot that's taking place, looks like, in the second chakra, which is the sacral energy. Yeah, because you got this full heart. Stop, child. That thing say woman holding a heart, right? What you got to understand, divine feminine, is that you have your person's heart. Why? Because y'all are of the same essence at the soul level. Man holding a heart, woman holding a heart. The connection is, y'all, in the sacral chakra. Somebody... See, every connection forms somewhere in your chakra system, right? So if you have a divine connection and it's in the root chakra, right? That means that y'all do business together, right? Y'all foundation is the same. You know, you believe the same when it comes to money, when it comes to stability. When you have a sacral connection, right? One that's built on the second chakra, that's a lot of passion, y'all. That's a lot of energy, but it's creative energy. Now, what does that mean? Y'all probably got off the chain sex. Right? Like y'all chemistry is high, is heavy, is passionate, but that is a sacral connection. So what you have to understand is that you're probably getting a lot of downloads, but it's sacral energy. What does that look like? You horny and you don't know why. And you over here talking about, why am I feeling this way? Because your person is sending you that sacral energy, but you do not respond based on someone's energy. And that's when you want to get the phone, right? That's when you might want to tickle your damn self, right? Thinking about them. You don't want to do that shit, y'all. Do not do that, because now all you're doing is feeding them energetic. What does that look like, y'all? See? A lot of my queens, we don't resonate with being a chaser, right? Now, when you are the healed, and I always tell everybody, there are two versions of masculine and feminine energy. Everyone, if you're a believer in the divine, then that makes you a divine feminine or divine masculine. When you are a believer and you understand your life has purpose, you're going through your awakening. But there is an awakened divine masculine, divine feminine, or unawakened divine feminine, divine masculine. So you got to understand, if you are awakened and your person is unawakened, then you are still energetically mismatched, right? You're trying to get to a frequency, y'all, not a person. And that's why I tell you, you have to hold your frequency. What is that? Your sovereignty. You don't take breadcrumbs. You throw that shit back at them. I don't want your breadcrumbs. Why are you texting me one line, right? So you have to understand that you teach people how to treat you by how you respond to the breadcrumb. If you take the breadcrumb and throw that shit in their face, they can't breadcrumb you. What does that look like? Don't respond. And for every divine feminine that says, oh, but what if I don't respond and he's mad at me? You're not in your sovereignty. What if I don't respond and he starts talking to another girl? You're not in your sovereignty. When you understand who the fuck you are, stop playing. You don't give a fuck about that. Y'all, what's your damn channel song? Beauty by Drew Hill. Stop playing. Beauty by Drew Hill. When you understand the beauty of your very essence as a divine feminine, you don't care nothing about that. Well, if I don't respond to his text, he may go text somebody else. Fuck him. Let him, y'all. You are worried about something that does not matter when your journey is the journey to self. It ain't got shit to do with another person. And when you understand your journey is your awakening, then you get someone who is ready to do what? Awaken with you. But as long as you are chasing, what does that look like, y'all? See, a lot of divine feminine who are awakened, you don't resonate with the traditional view of chasing. Y'all know y'all be listening to them dumbass readers talking about the runner, chaser, and then you over here talking about, I ain't chasing no damn body. Well, let's be clear. True queens, we don't chase in the natural. But let me tell you how you chasing telepathically. And we are energy, y'all. So you may not be chasing this person in the natural. But let me tell you what chasing energetically looks like. Let's talk about it, y'all. Hey, Kyra, y'all, hold on. Let me look at some of the comments, child. I'll be taking a break. Let me see. Hey, y'all, who I got? I got Kyra. Of course, I got Rita on, y'all. Hey, y'all. Okay. Oh, I see Dina. I got you, girl. Okay, I'm looking at it on my other phone, y'all. Okay, so let me get into it. What does that look like? What does telepathic chasing look like, y'all? Well, let me tell you. And it's crazy because me and Dina talked about this earlier. Y'all be on time, y'all. I had channeled this message earlier. Me and Dina had a whole conversation about it. And then I posted the message because a lot of times, y'all, we don't understand this. I had to learn this stuff just like I'm teaching it to y'all because queens don't chase, y'all. So it never resonated with me when I'm hearing these damn women talking about or other readers and people talking about run a chaser, and I'm like, that motherfucker running, but I'm not chasing. Queens don't chase, right? If you give me one word, you get one word back. But let me tell you, when someone is not showing up for you in the way that you need them, what does that look like? Consistency, accountability, clear communication, right? And consistent communication. Yet you continue to interact with them, right? You continue to plan into a future, y'all. I'm talking about if you planning trips, girl, God will shut all of that shit down. Like, it was a time where I had trips planned for me and the king, but we were not energetically aligned. Girl, God stepped in and all them trips got canceled until he was ready to act right again, right, y'all? You got to understand that God will step in when you are doing something that is counterproductive to what you should be doing. Why? Because if you and your person are energetically unaligned, they are still entertaining toxic attachments, toxic environments, fucked up family, whatever the fuck it is, y'all, that means that they are not ready. So now when you planning trips and doing all of this shit for their birthday and making them, elevating them, y'all, as the kings that they are, which is true, they are kings, right? So you elevating your king because you speak to the king in him. But if that motherfucker acting like a peasant, then stop treating him like a king. Treat his ass like a peasant. Why? Because if you act like a peasant, you get treated like a peasant. If you act like a king, then you get treated like a king, y'all. See, you got to understand what energetic chasing looks like. When someone isn't showing up in the 3D the way you need to, yet you are still catering to them, sending them these affirmations, have a beautiful day, my love, you are affirming them. Now, let me tell you something. If your person is giving you that same level of time and attention back, then you good, y'all. Everything deserves balance. So I'm not talking to people who you send your affirmations, your person send you something back, y'all rocking good. Fuck no. I'm talking about the people who, again, thinking man holding a coin in the reverse. What is that? Stagnant energy. Someone that is sending you a lot of telepathy, but they are not moving in the 3D. This type of relationship, y'all, or this type of energy is not something you entertain. That's when you just get to not responding to motherfuckers, y'all. All right, so let's clarify this. So I feel like this is a divine masculine, though, who is now learning how to step into their heart space, y'all. And that's what has to happen. See, divine feminine, you are to hold the frequency because you know who you are. And a true divine feminine who is holding the frequency, who knows who they are, you ain't responding to breadcrumbs. You don't care nothing about their breadcrumbs, child. You over here talking about throwing crumbs back at their ass. Like, what is this, right? So you have to understand, but that comes with remembering who you are. Right? When you remember you're the sovereignty of God, then you start responding to stuff that is less than what you deserve or desire. What's man holding a heart, spirit? All right. Yeah, we got stay focused, action. What did I tell you? Action, y'all. Action. See, divine feminine, you have to stay focused until they what? Take action, y'all. That is how you counter this telepathy, y'all, because telepathy is real, especially for highly spiritual individuals. Highly, and y'all, most of y'all that follow me, y'all are highly spiritual. Y'all are readers, right? Y'all are Reiki healers and stuff. Y'all are highly spiritual, right? So what you gotta understand is, hold on, that's crazy. Somebody, you could be getting an interruption because my phone on do not disturb, y'all, but I don't know how that call just came through. So it's those types of interruptions, y'all, is what I'm hearing. Because the fuck, why is my phone ringing and that shit on do not disturb, right? So we have action, y'all. So somebody, when you begin to stay focused on your vision, on what it is that you want for yourself, then that allows you, somebody, your person got eyes on you because you're focused on what it is that you want. Like you're progressing at work, somebody, things are growing rapidly at work. You could be traveling on business. You have a lot that's taking place in your energy. See? So when divine feminine becomes focused on herself, who watching in the background, y'all? Your king. And what they want. They focus on you. See, people are not focused on you until you begin to focus on yourself. I don't know who the hell is this calling me, y'all, but I don't have time. Sorry, y'all. My phone keeps ringing and I don't know who that is. Make sure I'm connected, y'all. Let me know in the comments if I'm connected because my phone keeps ringing. I don't know who the fuck calling me and how it's breaking through my do not disturb. But whoever it is got to wait. All right, good. Y'all bet. Okay, because my phone keeps cutting out. All right, so this is a divine folk. Come on, y'all. At the bottom of the deck is now the Hierophant. Goddamn, 777. Don't play, y'all. And that's why the interruptions keep coming through. Fuck them. We don't want the interruptions. Why? Because when you begin to focus on you, your person now focuses on you as well, y'all. That's the mirror. I keep telling y'all, a mirror isn't a direct reflection. When you look at something in the mirror, it's the inverse. I don't know who the hell this is, but they need to go. I'm not answering. Like, I don't know what this is, but my kid's at the house. So, y'all, somebody really trying to get a hold of me, but I don't give a fuck. My kid's at home, so I don't know who the hell trying to call me. All right, so we got the Hierophant, right, with communication, y'all. Stop playing. Somebody wants to come in and communicate with you. Yeah. See, when you begin to focus on what you're supposed to do, it allows your person to drop into their heart space, y'all. And that's why I say you have to direct your focus. See, the mirror reflection is actually inverse, right? You focusing on you don't make them focus on them. You focusing on you makes them focus on you. So now somebody, your person is focused on you because you became focused on you. Now we got a Hierophant, y'all, with the damn what is this? The Ten of Pentacles. Stop playing, y'all. Stop playing. The Ten of Pentacles. Now, right, the man holding a coin in the reverse can actually bring in financial abundance. Why? Because they redirected their focus to what makes sense, y'all. See, somebody, your person wants a connection. I got the Hierophant, y'all. See, this is someone who is very stable and traditional, right? But this is also someone who wanted to feel financially secure within the partnership. And that's what this is about. So again, divine feminine, you teach your person by how you operate yourself. See, you got to understand, for your person to drop into their heart space, you have to back up, y'all. And that's why so many couples go into separation, because you don't know how to back up in union. What does that mean? If you are in union, y'all, and your person is not showing up in the way that you need them to, you don't keep pouring into the relationship or the marriage, y'all. And it doesn't mean you cheating and you dating other people. Queens don't do that shit. But what you do, y'all, is take all of that time and attention and put it right back into yourself. Right? Every ounce of planning for family vacations and trips and shit that you wanted to do, you don't do that with a husband who ain't acting right, y'all. You don't do that with a partner who ain't acting right. You do that shit for yourself. Let's be clear. Right? You don't stop your own vacations and stuff. You do what it is that you want to do. Why? Because how you take care of yourself demonstrates to them what they need to do in order to show up for you. Right? But you do not reward bad behavior. Like, you just don't, y'all. That is not sovereignty of God. God don't just bless you because you reward somebody's bad behavior. And somebody, you're beginning to understand, you could be seeing 555. May 10th could be significant as well, or May 8th. But you're beginning to understand now, right? In order to challenge this person to grow up, you got to cut off the telepathy, y'all. That's what this is about, so that your person can drop into their heart space. All right, what else? Yeah, shit, me. This person coming now. And they in the nine of wands. Why? Because they can't feel your energy, y'all. See, when you cut off the telepathy, they can't feel the energy. And the energy is what keeps them going, y'all. So that's why I say, yeah, you could be in separation, but you could be in separation. Y'all know them damn people that be talking about, I've been in separation 6 years. Well, you in separation 6 years because you entertaining telepathy, but you're not requiring them to show up in the 3D. That's stupid. Who the fuck want to be in a telepathic relationship for years, y'all? But at the point you cut that telepathy shit off and understand what you are, your person will say, damn, I can't feel the energy anymore. What am I gonna do? Drop into their heart space. Stop playing. See, your person has endured a lot of challenges in their own life, and they have truly been focused on their self improvement for themselves. But this person is exhausted, y'all. Somebody overworking. The final battle, though, this is the final battle. Why? Because as soon as they can't feel your energy, they can't capitalize off of your energy, right? When you understand that they can't feel your energy, they can't capitalize off of your energy. What does that mean? Cut the energy off. Cut it off, y'all. Now somebody in their damn nine of wands. Yeah. They in the nine of wands. They want to persevere and endure. Why? Because they don't have a choice, y'all. Why? Because your light isn't covering them anymore. See, you got to understand the light of the divine feminine, right? Your light covers them. So you over here giving them all of your light. Now you feeling depleted. They taking your energy. Why? Because you're entertaining the telepathy. You're entertaining it, right? You hear the song and now you done text them. You think of them and now you doing all of the stuff that you know everybody do. Stop, right? But we are all energy. So if you are thinking about your person, you sending them all of this energy, you praying for them, that's chasing, y'all. It is still chasing because it's energetically chasing them. Your life is your life. You shouldn't be spending hours and hours and hours watching videos and trying to figure out how to make their life better. If you are watching videos to edify yourself along this journey, then there is nothing wrong with it. If you're doing it for knowledge of self-improvement on your journey, it's nothing wrong with it. But if you are watching YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video to figure out what your person doing so you can measure where you at on the journey, your ass is never going to be in union. Because it's not about that, right? You can't gauge their healing. Because guess what? How do you gauge their healing? By your own. Right? By your own. When you get to the point where you don't give a fuck if they living or dead, then you know you've arrived, y'all. Because you get to that point, y'all. And that's what I be trying to tell y'all. You got to take them off of a pedestal and realize that these are broken individuals until they heal. Right? But because you know this is your person, they got a good heart, they got good moral character, because kings are good people. I don't talk about peasants, right? Kings are good people with good hearts, y'all. But they have trauma, they have shit they need to clear out in their energy. And as long as you keep covering them with your light, they are never able to see the people around them, y'all. They're never able to see the people around them. So you have to be persistent enough to stand your ground so that they can be persistent enough to stand their ground. Somebody, your person has endured a lot of challenges. Oh, damn, I ain't see that fly over there, but we got justice. Stop playing. Child, please. We got justice here, y'all. Yeah. Somebody, your efforts in love are being acknowledged. I feel like your person now sees how you have poured into them, because woman holding a heart is here, y'all. So this is someone who that they see how much you've poured into them, and now they truly want to treat you with fairness. See, why? Because you cut off the telepathy, y'all. See, I'm telling you, when you cut off the telepathy, it leaves them in a point where they have to figure it out. Why? Because they don't sense your energy anymore, y'all. You are the light, divine feminine, and divine masculine. Take it how it resonates. I know I mostly have women watching, right? You are the light. So it's literally like, damn, somebody turned off the light, child. And then what happens? They gonna figure that shit out. You got to turn off the light. Okay, I was reading a comment, y'all, but I don't know what that's about, so I'm going to keep going. All right, so what you got to understand is that your efforts in love are being acknowledged by your person because what you did was stood on integrity. What does that look like, divine feminine? Stop settling for shit. I don't give a fuck if it's for a kid or not. I don't know if that's what that comment is about, but your children don't deserve for you to be in something where you're not getting fulfilled in what it is that you want. I don't care if you got kids with the person. I don't care if you married to that motherfucker and sleep with him every night. right, y'all. You do not even give people your body who is undeserving. And what happens is too many people that grow up in church. You got all these dumbass traditions that say, well, he your husband, you need to sleep with him. No, the fuck you don't. Anyone who is not showing up and respecting you in the way you deserve to be respected, they are undeserving of your energy, your sexual energy, your physical energy. I don't say divorce people and walk away if this is a marriage situation, but it's very easy to cut your energy off in the same house. What does that look like? I'm not fucking you. And what you think? You gonna fuck somebody else? Then you're not a queen, y'all. You are not a queen. If you feel like your husband or your partner or whoever you with, if you do not do what they want you to do and they gonna go be with someone else, you're not a queen, because queens don't worry about that. You just leave motherfuckers, right? If you are disrespecting me and I decide to cut my energy or my body off to you and you decide to go be with someone else, then you're a peasant. And we don't give a fuck about peasants, y'all. We don't. If you a peasant, then take your peasant ass with some other peasants. But what you're not going to do, right, is use me or my body. And that's what you have to do. You set the standard with that. And let me tell you something. Just because you have children with people don't mean you stay with them. I got 4 kids. I ain't got a problem divorcing motherfuckers. Why? Because if you're not happy, it is your job to make you happy. Who the fuck else is? Right? Who the fuck else is, y'all? So you got to understand, somebody, you finna get justice, though. What's justice here? Yeah, don't play, y'all. Yeah, somebody giving up, child. I'm talking about it. I got the 5 of wands and the 5 of swords in reverse. There's going to be a reconciliation. Your person wants forgiveness though as well. Yeah. Somebody wants to compromise with you, and I feel like this is someone who they never want to compromise, and I feel like this is what they're seeing now. Like, you and this person could have had an argument. I'm seeing 2 people sitting outside talking, right? But what you got to understand is this person, they weren't willing to compromise because they weren't in their heart space. Somebody was sabotaging the relationship, yeah, and you had to make a decision. 2 of swords. I feel like there was a division with you. Like, you got into the point where, hell, you might have had options. Child, there's 2 men on this card, right? But there was a decision that you needed to make because your person, they were sabotaging the connection, y'all. They were sabotaging the connection. This is someone who is more comfortable with telepathy than they are with showing up in the natural. And as long as you entertain someone who is sending you the telepathic messages and you sending the messages back, y'all having conversations, y'all doing intimacy, all of this stuff, y'all, why would your person show up in the 3D if they're getting it all anyway? It's the same thing, y'all. What is it? Why buy the cow if you get the milk for free? Well, it's the same concept, y'all. If you sleep with this person every now and then when they decide to come through, right? You entertain the telepathy all day, every day. Now you watching YouTube videos, seeing what they got going on all the time. All of that is energy, and all of that is what? Chasing. So you can't say, well, I don't understand why he running, because I'm not chasing. You are chasing. You're energetically chasing, y'all. The Lovers is at the bottom of the deck. But y'all, with the 5 of Pentacles, see, let me tell you, when you cut off that damn telepathy, this fool said, hey, I'm in a dark hole. Somebody come get me. He said, hey, I'm in a dark hole. Somebody come get me. Now you done put this motherfucker in the 5 of Pentacles because you decided, you know what? I want something that's balanced. See, the Lovers is a balanced union, y'all. It's a balanced partnership, right? Soon as you cut the telepathy off, this motherfucker like, wait, what happened? It's dark in here. Why? Because your light is gone. Stop playing. It's dark when the divine feminine takes her light back, y'all. So that's why you have to cut off the telepathy. See, you want a balanced, loving, and supportive relationship. Is that what you have? If your answer is no, cut the telepathy off. Because somebody, your person, when you cut the telepathy off, it's loneliness, y'all. 5 of Pentacles. Work-related challenges, child. Somebody feel isolated. They're not even talking to their colleagues, child. Like, somebody is struggling. Why? Because you took the light. Somebody said, cut the light on, child. No, you cut the light off. And now this motherfucker see, child, the Lovers is here. Now they see what it looks like to be without your energy, y'all. Somebody is looking for it. Oh, but they planning not, child. We got the 3 of Wands. See, now you got a motherfucker planning. Why? Because their asses is in the dark, y'all. Now somebody playing. Yeah. Something is going to advance to the next stage between you and your person, because as soon as they cannot feel your energy, why? Because you cut it off. As soon as they can't feel it, now what happens? Now they want to plan, y'all. We got the three of wands. Now somebody got some foresight, child. They want to advance to the next stage in this relationship. I don't make it up, child. This fool coming in as the magician. Hello, girl. Hey, somebody manifesting your ass now, girl. Stop playing. We got the magician. This joker over here talking about, what is that, y'all? A full house? What is that? Ace, king, queen, jack, and 10? Somebody say, hey, we playing poker over here. Stop playing. I love it. Girl, this joker, I'm talking about, he is manifesting you, y'all, with the three of wands and the magician. This motherfucker over here, like, I can't feel the light. Where is her energy? Why can't I? Her. So what happened? They start transmuting shit. The magician to the goddamn three of wands. Their asses is planning the day. Child, please. Somebody is trying to create an opportunity for y'all to meet up. 37 could be significant, or 73. Child, what is this? Someone could be born on the 13th or the 31st. I don't make it up, child. We got the Six of Swords, Superman coming, girl. That's Clark Kent. What we've been talking about on the live, y'all, Superman and Clark Kent. Girl, Clark Kent is coming through. Don't play with the damn Six of Swords. Somebody coming in, y'all. It says moving from, hey, your person like, look, and I feel like they're moving on from something that was dysfunctional as well, though, because with the Five of Swords in reverse coming right up under the Six of Swords, your person could also be moving away from a lot of things in their life, y'all. Why? Because that's a part of the journey. See, let me tell you something. When the divine masculine finally drops into their heart space, y'all, with man holding the heart, thank you, love. When they finally drop into their heart space, what happens, y'all? They can feel, but they can also see, y'all. See, that's when they begin to see people around them, because they can see you. And I tell you, when your person is not showing up consistently, because they're not in their heart, y'all. These be men that they thinking about you, they manifesting you, they working on their money, they doing all of these things, but they're not truly operating out of their heart. Why? Because the heart breeds consistency. Anyone who does not show up consistently in your life, they not in their heart space, y'all. And that's okay. You know the progression of your union. If you are not consistently communicating with your person, if they're not sharing their thoughts openly and honestly, then they ain't ready. If they're not taking you around their family or their friends, they ain't ready, y'all, but it's okay. But then you treat them as such, right? Stop taking motherfuckers around your family if you ain't been around theirs. Fuck no, right? Hell no, you can't be hanging out with me. I'm taking you out, taking pictures, posting you all on my social media, and you don't do the same. Fuck no. So you gotta understand, y'all, you teach people how to treat you by how you treat their asses. Right? So if you hide me, I'm gonna hide your ass. What does that do? Push their asses into insecurity so that they can heal, y'all. So you got to understand. Now with man holding a heart and woman holding a heart, now we got wish fulfillment. Stop playing. Girl, you got it. Look at it, girl. You got it. Look how she looking, y'all. Like, oh, shit, that's the key? Yes, love. That's the key. That's the game I've been trying to put y'all on to, y'all. That's successful union. That's how you get into union. It's by you becoming your own wish fulfillment first. When you become your own wish fulfillment, you become everyone's wish fulfillment, y'all. You gonna have motherfuckers chasing you down from your past, present, and future, child. You literally becomes everyone's wish fulfillment when you walking in goddess energy. So why would you not be your person's wish fulfillment, right? So if I can get the divine feminine to understand that, bitch, you a goddess. Ain't nobody chasing motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what you got going on in your life, right? And if you get the information from the reading, y'all, it's just simply information. Why? Because you do need it, right? If you want to know what's going on, then these readings are great, y'all. It's information, insight, and knowledge, right, about the energy surrounding your union. But it does not mean that you go react on it. Oh, shit, my person in this heart space, let me text him today. Fuck no. You just set your shit back 10 days. Stop. That's energy. And I keep telling you, when you respond in the 3D to energy, it does not work that way. You respond in the 3D to what you're getting in the 3D, right? And if you ain't getting nothing in the 3D, then you don't respond in the 3D. All right, somebody, you finna get it though, child. We got the 9 of Cups on your energy, divine feminine, right? There's a lot of positivity leading to a really happy, joyful, everything about you though. Like somebody, you finna get a new job, career, recognition, respect in the workplace. Like the 9 of Cups is you, and you gotta understand you. When you get into the 9 of Cups, girl, you can have everybody and anybody you want, right? So you don't have to. And I tell y'all, I listened to one of my spiritual counselors. Her name is Shavi Zane. Somebody asked ask me where this deck is, y'all. That deck I got with the characters on it, this is her information, Shavi Zane. All right, she does that deck. I listen to her a lot, y'all, because she is very understanding of what the hell be going on. Yeah, somebody, your person been suffering. Yeah, and that's why you have to focus on you. So what I was saying about Shavi is this: when you putting up prayers, y'all, for you and your divine counterpart, don't put no name to that shit. Because let me tell you something: until you completely heal divine feminine, you don't know if that person your person. Because you attract who you are. So you got to understand it's too many people in false twin flame narratives and dynamics with people who really aren't your person. But the fact that you have not healed enough, you think that this fool is your person. When you actually heal, you will know if it's your person or not. So that's why you have to focus on your healing work. And when you pray for your person, all you say is on behalf of me and my divine counterpart. On behalf of me and my divine counterpart, I curse all hexes, right? On behalf of me and my divine counterpart, whatever it is, but don't put a name to it, y'all, because you don't know these motherfuckers until you know them. And if you don't, and until you come into union with yourself, you don't know who your person is. Stop playing. What's this Three of Swords? What's the Three of Swords? Oh shit, happiness. Y'all, somebody arguing over you and your person's happiness. There's something going on. Like your happiness is hurting somebody, y'all. Like there's an argument because that's not you. There is an argument that's taking place in the background because this Ten of Cups is pissing somebody off. Yeah, it's causing an argument, a conflict between your person and somebody else because that's not your energy. What is this happiness with the Three of Cups? I don't make it. Yeah, somebody mad at what you do, y'all. Stop playing, and your person don't give a fuck. Hey, somebody, whatever it is that you do for work, these people in the background is mad, but your person has showed up as the King of Swords. He gives zero fucks. See, somebody, whatever you do for work, somebody, you could be a baker, a chef, shit, you could be a reader like me, but whatever you do, you focused on it, girl. See, that damn Eight of Pentacles is on you. You focused on whatever it is that you doing, and I feel like you got a King of Swords here that's protecting whatever it is that you're doing. This person is very protective over you. They maintain high standards and they want to cultivate this partnership with you, but it is causing difficulties, y'all. Somebody in the background, they definitely causing some type of difficulties. Yeah. What is this energy? Girl, please don't go. Boys to Men is your channel song. Yeah, the Hermit, y'all, with the Four of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like your person also is doing a lot of introspection. I feel like whoever this person is in the background has truly stopped your person from giving to you. See, somebody is in hermit mode. You over here on the island, child. You give zero fucks, right? That's you right here. You on this island with this hat on. But somebody is maturing and growing up, and they're really beginning to respect who you are. See this nun? Like somebody sees you as that's that damn sunlight, y'all. Look, that's you. That's your glow. And I feel like as this person has matured and grown up, now they truly are able to see you, but they're also able to see what you deserve. See, this is someone who couldn't see what it is that you deserved until now. Because you over here unfuck bothered, y'all. Let me tell you, when you cut off the telepathy and be over here unbothered, it gives them the space to be able to see how they showing up in the partnership. And this is someone who now, y'all, they in hermit, and they see and understand that you need a supportive relationship. You need a supportive relationship. See, somebody, your person had to take a break from love to truly reflect on themselves. And I be telling you, it's not about the union. It's about the person. You can never come into union with your person until they come into union with themselves. So it's not about that. Like you want to, well, how is he healing and what is he doing? It don't fucking matter, because until he do it, y'all ain't gonna never be in union. You're gonna be in some toxic cyclical shit that ends up repeating itself over and over and over because you repeating yourself over and over and over. If you done said the same thing to somebody 10 times and they ain't changed, stop fucking saying it and walk away. Right? When you stop the cycle, then they stop the cycle. And then we got Key Sweat, child. Right and the wrong way to love somebody. Yeah, it's the right and the wrong way to love somebody, y'all. And this is the wrong way. But I'm trying to teach you the right way. And that's everybody in your life, y'all. I don't give a fuck if it's your mama, them. Whoever it is, you teach people how to treat you. And people can only get you stuck in a cycle if you allow them to. Jump off it, y'all. What is that thing growing up? I hated them things. What was the merry-go-round? And people would get you and push you on the merry-go-round. I hated merry-go-rounds. That shit ain't fun. Holding on for dear life and you about to be slung the fuck across the park. That shit is not fun, y'all. But you had to jump the fuck off if you didn't want to be on it no more. Somebody, you got to jump off the merry-go-round, child. Stop playing. You gotta jump off the merry-go-round, y'all. Thank you so much, everyone, for the live gifts that you guys are sending. Thank y'all so much. I'm trying to channel and look at the comments at the same time. All right, y'all. So somebody, I feel like you jumped off the merry-go-round. Pop, yes, you did. Stop playing. And what's at the bottom of the deck, y'all? We can celebrate, y'all. Why? Because this is the 4 of Wands. As soon as you stop, y'all, now you can celebrate. Somebody go and get the champagne, because I just gave you the antidote to every damn thing you going through, y'all. Cut it off. Cut off the telepathy. Show and teach people how to treat you. All right, let's get some direct messages from their heart space, y'all. I want to get some oracle messages. All right, and then see what it is that your person wants to say now that you done cut off this damn telepathy. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's get some messages from their heart space. Thank you, everyone who has joined the live. All right, tomorrow I'm going to do tonight's conversation on TikTok like I did last night. It's hard to go live during the day, y'all. I'm at the condo and they doing construction over here. Child, that should be so loud. All right, so it's kind of hard for me to go live. I am going to be live on TikTok Friday morning, but I'm probably going to have to do it early because they start the construction usually around 9 and 10 o'clock and start getting loud, y'all. All right, let's get some messages from your person's heart space. But tomorrow at 7 on TikTok, y'all, we still do, we're going to do a tonight's conversation. I don't know what the topic is going to be yet because God gives me the downloads whenever, so we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on what the topic will be, all right, on TikTok. Let's get some direct messages from the heart space of your person, all right? Since the telepathy is ended, what does this divine masculine want to say? What is it? Oh, shit, damn, y'all, that cards went way the fuck over there. Girl, that thing say, I feel lonely and I don't understand. Hold on, y'all, I got to get the cards. That motherfucker talking and he done ran way over here. Hold on, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, what did I tell you? Cut that damn telepathy off. And what happened? What happened? Now somebody don't understand. Stop playing. That thing say, I feel lonely and I don't understand. Why? Because you took your energy back. Y'all don't fucking play with me. Right? You took your energy back. And when you take your energy back, y'all, what happens? Somebody can't feel you no more. And they don't understand why. Stop playing. I told y'all. I don't make it up. Right? As soon as you cut the energy off, your person over here somebody, I don't understand. Why I can't feel it no more? What's going on? Now I feel lonely. Why? Because you took your energy back. All you got to do is take your energy back, y'all. And this is somebody who now they don't even understand why they can't feel you no more. Yeah, I am better with my mind than my heart. What did I say, y'all? The thinking man. I'm telling you, this is somebody that stay in their head thinking about you. And they send you the telepathy because they have not dropped into their heart space. I am better with my mind than my heart, right? You cannot be that way, y'all. You have to be in your heart space. But somebody feels like they can't handle your love, but shit, they can't move on either. Girl, somebody in there having a whole breakdown, meltdown, y'all. I see somebody over here saying, well, damn, what I do? Like somebody sitting on the end of their bed, somebody could have a red and black comforter. I just saw a red, black, or gray comforter. And your person like, what the fuck do? I can't handle the love, but I also can't move on. Somebody finna figure that shit out though. Girl, pretty brown eyes. Somebody, you got brown eyes, mint condition, pretty brown eyes is your song. Somebody, they in their feelings, y'all. They in their feelings real bad. Because why? They can't feel your energy anymore, y'all. Look, and now I long for your kiss. Right? Let them long for it, y'all. Do not respond. Do not think. Don't send them that energy, y'all. You got to cut that shit off. If your ass get horny, you need to go channel a message, write a song, dance in your front room, take a bath, do something. But do not send them the energy, y'all, because your energy is potent. And all they do is take the energy and stay away from you. Why? Because of your energy. Y'all, they good when they can feel you. As long as the divine masculine can feel you, they good. When you cut that goddamn telepathy off, girl, that thing say, my life is a mess right now. Why? Because now they see, right? When you pull your energy back, it allows them to see the people around them. And somebody is seeing that these damn people around them is a mess. Their whole life is a mess. And now they over here longing for you. Pull it back, y'all. Pull it back. That's all I can tell you. Pull it back. Shit me. People don't believe in me. See, you, the divine feminine, woo, let me tell you, the encouragement, the inspiration that you give your person is unmatched. Let's talk about it. It is unmatched. The sovereignty of a real queen. Y'all know how we love on people. Y'all, we be cooking and cleaning and, doing little nice things because that's just who we are, y'all. We were raised as great women who understand how to take care of a damn man. Stop playing, right? So you're doing what comes natural to you. And it should come natural to you. However, when they don't deserve that shit, so then here you go. No one believes in this person but you. But it is not, they can't even see that and appreciate it until you walk away. And I be telling y'all, I don't care if it's a real walk away or if it's an energetic walk away. Because I ain't never walked away from the king for real, but I energetically be like, sir, I'm not dealing with you right now. I'll see you in a few days. Get that shit together. Right? You got to understand. So people don't believe in me because you are the only one that truly does. But it's not until they can back up out of your light that they can see the people around them and the fact that, yeah, motherfucker, don't nobody believe in you, but you had her who loves you, who poured into you, who was the only one believed in you, and you wouldn't even text her back, right? You wouldn't even call her back, whatever the situation is. But they have to be able to sit in the energy to be able to realize that, y'all. Because why? Because y'all, the car flipped in my hand. God said, take that one. I'm like, why? That thing said, because life without you is hopeless, dark, and depressing, and I miss your light. Don't fucking play. What did I tell you? What did I say, y'all? When you take that, you cut that telepathy off and darkness sit in with them motherfuckers. Thank you, Dina. Guess what, child? Now they talking about, wait a light. Carol Ann. Somebody named Carol Ann. Carol Ann, stay away from the light. No, this motherfucker is looking for the light, y'all. Carol Ann looking for the light. He say, I am in the dark. Where is my light? Who is the light, y'all? Divine feminine. You are the light. And when you realize that you are the light, girl, you start snatching light side on everybody. Girl, put light side in the comment. Right? Lights out. Because that's for everybody, y'all. That's for friends. That's for family. That's for colleagues. That's for co-workers. It is for anyone who does not respect you as the light. If you don't respect me as the light, it's easy for your ass to sit in the dark. What that look like? Lights out, motherfucker. Lights out. Right? What is that? Walk away. Let their asses sit in the dark, and guess what? Then they'll remember what the light looked like. Why? Why can't I tell you the truth? There's a truth. All right, let's see. There's a truth that this divine masculine wants to tell you. And I heard this deck, y'all. Let's see. I can use the pop money deck in a minute. What is this truth? Because it says, y'all, why can't I tell you the truth? So there is something that this divine masculine hasn't told you and they want to express to you. And that's why they all up in this telepathy stuff, y'all. Because some conversations have to be had in the 3D. Let's be clear. Like some communication need to take place in the 3D. And it's not to say, y'all, see, when you're in cohesive union with your person, telepathy is great, y'all, because I travel a lot. I'm in different places, y'all. So it's great when you're in a good cohesive union, but you don't be having no telepathy with motherfuckers that don't show up for you for real. That's stupid as hell, y'all. What is this energy? Girl, unexpected event. I told you that thing say news. What the hell is going on? Girl, that thing say breaking news and unexpected dispute and rising tension. I told y'all I felt like it was somebody arguing. I don't make it up. Y'all about to run the fuck out of here, y'all. That thing say third party situation. What did I tell y'all? With that 3 of Swords, somebody is hurt that your person is choosing you, y'all. August 14th could be significant. Someone could be born on the 14th. I don't make it up. Girl, that thing say deadline. Somebody know too. Yeah. See, y'all, this damn card says, I was misled about us. I now see the truth. We need to reconnect before it's too late. I told y'all, somebody, your person needs to tell you there's something that took place with a third party, and I feel like it truly hurt your person. I'm not getting a third party love. I'm getting somebody's family. It could be a mother, a father, or 2 different people. And whatever this is, it's broken your person. It has. Yeah, it is. Like this third party situation and this unexpected event has let somebody see something about the people around them. And they were misled by whoever these people were. They were misled. And it has a lot to do with you. It says, I was misled about us. I now see the truth. We need to reconnect before it's too late. What is this? Damn, y'all, they're coming out. savings, all right? Somebody even have to do with money. Like maybe somebody told your person they need to be more financially stable before y'all could be in a relationship, because I got savings here with this piggy bank. 52 could be significant, or 25. 5 and 2 is 7. 7 is spirituality. Somebody, your person has been saving money though, because yeah, because remember y'all, we had man holding a coin in the reverse. So somebody has been saving y'all. They've been saving by your ass a gift. Shut up, child. That thing say saving and gift. Yeah. Somebody, your person now understands in their loneliness. Remember the loneliness, y'all. Where that damn card say, I feel lonely. See, in their loneliness, what they have discovered, y'all, is that you that twin flame, child. That thing say distant twin flame fuels your spiritual journey and inner growth. I done had this deck for about a year, y'all, and I don't think I've ever seen this card come out. I love it. Girl, that thing say, distant twin flame fuels your spiritual journey and inner growth. But this is a solo venture that reveals hidden truths and personal growth. And when you understand that, y'all, that's when you let them be on their own, because it's still a solo venture. It's a twin flame journey, but it is a solo venture. And you have to do it alone because you have to grow. Somebody been saving a gift, but I got gossip at the bottom of the deck. See that, and your person feels bad. I feel like there's some type of gossip in this person's family, and they know about it, and they haven't been telling you about it. See, somebody has been carrying the burden of whatever this gossip is alone. See, somebody felt like they didn't have enough of you either. I got small offerings. Somebody felt like what they could provide for you wasn't enough. I'm picturing somebody, y'all, having a conversation and getting advice from somebody is what I'm seeing, and somebody told them they didn't have enough money, they weren't financially secure for no relationship. But this is gossip, y'all. It says unfounded allegations, reputation, and trust. See, I feel like whoever said this, y'all, they knew that it would impact your person. Because let's say you got more money than your person, or you're more stable and your person working on it. Well, manipulation looks like, well, that's a great girl or she's a great girl, but you don't have any money and you need to save and you need to do that, y'all. That's what manipulation looks like. So whoever this third party is, I feel like they were gaslighting your person and feeling like financially they didn't have enough to be with you. This is a burden that your person has been carrying. They know the gossip, y'all. This is somebody who knows exactly what people are saying, but they haven't told you. They've been misled by those people though, y'all. Like somebody's been misled. I don't make it up. The 13th is here. Shit, y'all know that's my birthday. What that thing say, y'all? It says, I used to limit my ambition and place myself in a box based on what I was told I could achieve. Since meeting you, I am trying to dream big and embrace our competitive drive constructively. Why? Out of my king's own mouth, yo. You motivate them. He like, babe, you my motivation. Like, no, I go hustle hard for you because you hustle hard, right? So you got to understand, you become your person's motivation, which also means, y'all, that sometimes they treat you like a trophy. What is that? Your ass be on the shelf. Right? They meet you, you're the divine feminine, you great, you spiritual, you wonderful. They love you. They put your ass on a shelf like a trophy and never come back to dust your ass off. But what you gotta do, jump off that shelf. Hey love, I know you working on yourself, but I'm not gonna be over here by myself when you doing that shit. So guess what? I'm gonna walk away until you figure that shit out, right? Whatever the hell it is you gotta do. But somebody, yeah, your person they used to really limit themselves. This is someone, maybe they didn't win a lot. Like they taking a lot of L's is what I heard, and they lost. I don't even say take a L, y'all. So whoever to say that, but somebody they taking a lot of L's in their life, and when they met you, you motivated them. But it's in a constructive way. Yeah. If you truly knew my soul and my inner conflicts, you might not love me anymore. Girl, this person is conflicted as hell though. It says, even with this distance, I know that we are never truly apart. Our new beginning is always within reach. But this is someone who, y'all, they're struggling with their internal battles. It says, if you truly knew my soul and my inner conflicts, you might not love me anymore. I'm terrified you'll reject me if I reveal my true self. Y'all, this is someone who has a problem showing up as their true self because they got a lot of inner conflicts, y'all. A lot of trauma is what I'm picking up too, right? Because of the people around them. See, when you're a divine masculine, you got people who don't even believe in you, and then you find a divine feminine who does. The question they ask y'all is why? because they don't understand. My mama don't love me. My sister, brother, cousin, and don't give a fuck. Everybody use me. They just want me for my money and what I can do to them, because people are 3D based when it comes to divine masculine. And then here you are, you loving on them. They don't understand, y'all. They don't understand why you so nice, because they don't understand the sovereignty of God. So that's when you have to just back up. Why? Because you can't keep giving and get nothing in return, y'all. You just can't. Like, you can't continue to give to people and get nothing in return. All right. If this is your message, let me get you some advice, y'all. We finna get out of here. Y'all know I do 1 hour, child. All right. So if this is your message, I want to get you some advice. All right. Let's get some advice. What do I want to use for the advice? Actually, I think I want to use this for the advice. All right. I never use this for advice. Let's see. All right. I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight's live, y'all. I hope we done learned something new up in the piece, child. I hope we done learned something new, girl. Yeah, and a lot of them do. They do, because you know what, that mask, I just read your comment. Who was that, Dominique? Yeah, they do, Dominique, because they don't know who they are, y'all. But let's be clear. You wore a mask until you figure out who you were. Y'all, I grew up in the church as a damn prophetess in the church. That was a whole mask, because that shit ain't never resonated with me, y'all. So you got to understand, until you go through your own spiritual awakening, we are all wearing masks, until you figure out who you really are, and until you can show up in this world as your 100% true authentic self. Then we all wearing masks, y'all. Everybody's been there. So that's why you just have to back up and let people do the healing work. You wearing a mask by staying with somebody you don't want to be with, y'all. You got to understand the mask that the divine feminine wears. What is that mask? I'm patiently waiting on him. No, the fuck you ain't. You anxious as hell and you ready for this shit to be over with. Right? Just be honest. Fuck no, I'm sick of him. I'm sick of the journey, and I want all this shit to be over with. Right? That's honesty, y'all. That's real, and that's how you should feel. Don't be over here thinking that, oh no, it's supposed to be love and light. No, you will get sick of that asses, y'all. That's a part of the journey, because you get sick of knowing the potential and seeing the potential that someone has, but they are not showing up that way. That becomes frustrating at a point where you don't even want to see them. You don't want to look at them. You don't want to talk to them. You don't want to see them. Why? Because inconsistency and inauthenticity stinks in the eyes of someone who show up every day real. Right? If you show up every day real in your life and you dealing with people who are still wearing masks, man, that shit would trigger you so bad. You just be like, fuck it, keep you and your mask over there. What is the advice for the collective? What is the advice? All right, we got empathy. I love it. Empathy. Because what does empathy look like, y'all? It says, I am open to seeing both sides of the situation. But empathy does not mean that you got to reach out, chase, follow, and all of that. Yeah, do none of that. All you have to do is exercise empathy. That couldn't have been a better card to come out, y'all. Why? Because the empathy is why you feel them, y'all. You are an empath, or if you are sensitive to energy, you feel your person's energy. That's what telepathy is. It's just the fact that you're sensitive to your person's energy. But you also got to realize what is two sides, and you got to see both sides of the situation. So while I am empathetic to what you going through, I ain't got to be there for you and deal with that dumb shit. Child, please. So somebody, this is teaching you empathy, even in your advice. Envy. Oh, envy. It says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Y'all, that's that in itself, y'all, because you are. That's a part of the journey. Every challenge that you have experienced, y'all, they got to experience it. Remember how hurt you were when you found out your mama them had roots on you? No, I'm just kidding. Or whatever, though, y'all. Like, remember how hurt you was when you found out that your whole family been gossiping about you behind your back and you've been nice to people, right? Do you remember how you felt when you found out that your ex was a warlock and had roots and shit on you, right? These are the things that they have to find out too, y'all. So just as difficult as it was for you to find out this stuff, they going through the same thing, y'all. So that's why you have to understand everybody is the same, but with different challenges. Right? And your challenge and their challenges may be different, but they are all challenges, y'all. And when you know you was freaking out when you start finding out about people and people using you and all of that shit, child, please regret. And I feel like that's the energy of your divine masculine. It's regret. Why? Because I know that I cannot change the past. See, when your divine masculine finally drops into their heart space, y'all, and they start going through a real dark night of the soul, this is the first feeling that comes up. Why? Because they didn't treat you right, y'all. You were faced with an earth angel that God sent you, but you ghost them, you don't talk to them, you don't respond to them. It's the energy of regret, and everybody got to go through it, y'all. Every divine masculine on their healing journey goes through this regret. And when you feel that energy, transmute it. You don't call them, you don't reach out to them. When them songs start flowing, you be like, I sure hate it. I cut the damn radio off if I don't want to hear that shit. Send me some telepathy shit I don't want to hear. I'll change the station, right? You got to recognize what it is. You don't entertain it. You don't sit in it and be like, oh, that's our song. Fuck no, I cut that shit off. Don't play, right? So you got to understand. You got to understand, y'all, they be in regret. And when they in regret, here they go. What's your channel song? With You. Yeah, Tony Terry, With You. When I'm with you. Child, it's for real. What I feel. Right? That's your channel song. It's for real what I feel. But people have to understand it is real. But how are they going to figure it out? When you take your energy back, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm up out of here, y'all. So you got a divine masculine that's in regret, right? You can exercise empathy, but you can leave that shit alone, y'all. Ain't nobody got time for it until someone can show up, y'all. People have to show up and respect you as a queen. Y'all my queens. Why? Because I'm a queen, motherfucker. And everybody that follow me are queens. And what we do not do is chase anybody. Why? Because we have the womb. We are the sovereignty of God. And stop letting people tell y'all that y'all are less than. The world has minimized women's impact on this world. And we don't do that shit no more. We know who we are. And without us, y'all, the world wouldn't be here. Right? When you put it in perspective, without a woman in your womb, they wouldn't be here. So you don't get to disrespect the sovereignty of God. You don't get to breadcrumb the sovereignty of God. Motherfucker, without me, you wouldn't be here. And that's how I walk around, y'all. I walk around with goddess queen energy. I look at every man in this world like, motherfucker, without me, you wouldn't be here. Respect me, right? Or don't be around. It's simple. Shit. It's simple. If you can't respect me, then bring your ass around. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have a beautiful evening, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow night on TikTok for tonight's conversation. If y'all got some suggestions about tomorrow night, anything y'all want to talk about, email me. Most of y'all on here got my email, right? So if it's something you want to see me address tomorrow night with tomorrow night's conversation, then let me know, right? And we'll channel it out, y'all. I'm just going to sit on the sofa like I did the other night and talk. All right, I may or may not. I probably won't pull cards because I don't have time for that shit. In the evenings, that be my energy, y'all. All right, especially when you go on live, you have so many people drawn from your energy, y'all. All right, so I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, y'all. Love and light as always. The Lady Empath, 1111. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies, so much. Peace, love, y'all. Peace and love. Tomorrow night at 7, yes, on TikTok. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Rob, Stan, One. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. Thank you so much. Denise, when you going live on TikTok? Yes, Denise, I'll be live on TikTok at 7 o'clock tomorrow. All right, my TikTok is the Lady Empath 1111 if y'all don't already follow me. All right, so tomorrow night for Wine Down Wednesday, y'all, get your little wine and we're going to sit on the sofa, y'all, and we're going to talk about it. All right, y'all, have a beautiful evening.